Have you ever asked yourself this question? Who is the most hated player in the entire NBA? The entire association? The first player that comes to mind are likely LeBron James of the Lakers, maybe Joel Embiid of the Sixers, or his teammate, James Harden, right? And we can even throw in Kyrie Irving. To be a hated player, you likely meet one of these criteria. You are probably really good at what you do on and off the court. You might have taken your trash talk too far. And according to a recent social media study conducted by SportsInsider.com, LeBron James, the king of the NBA, is actually the most hated player in the entire NBA. The research used geotag Twitter data tracking negative mentions of NBA players such as "I hate LeBron" or "LeBron sucks," had over 70,000 tweets and hashtags which were tracked. And the findings stated LeBron was the NBA's most hated player in 24 different states. Kyrie Irving of the Brooklyn Nets is hated in 18 states. James Harden of the Philadelphia 76ers is hated in 3 states, but we can also add Brooklyn to that list after he decided to leave for the Sixers. Meanwhile, Kevin Durant is hated in 3 states, and Russell Westbrook is hated in 1 state, and Paul George is also hated in just 1 state. But for a player as polarizing as LeBron James is, this is hardly surprising. Over the course of his career, King James has amazed an endless array of haters. For James, the hate simply is nothing new. He's experienced various levels of it during his time in the NBA, with the negativity reaching its peak after his infamous decision to join the Miami Heat. And most of that hate came from the city of Cleveland. And James went back into another villain role once again this season when he switched his jersey number from number 23 back to number 6, which he wore with the Heat for the 2021-2022 NBA season. You can catch LeBron James on the court wearing that famous number 6. Despite the haters, LeBron is often regarded as one of the greatest players of all time, if not the greatest. But that's a different story. But is it possible that the disdain from fans has caused James's greatness to become underappreciated? Well, Hall of Famer Chris Bosh, one of James's teammates with the Miami Heat and a member of their Big Three, said the legendary career of James won't be fully appreciated until he steps away from the game. Fans were even happy when LeBron James was knocked out of the playoffs in the first round last season versus the Sun. And this year, the Lakers are struggling to stay alive for the play-in game. Regardless, it seems like 10 finals appearances and 4 NBA championships later, folks still aren't satisfied with LeBron James's greatness.